Head coach Mike Davis of the Lady Cougars up to number 17 now in the latest NAIA Top 25 poll, which came out earlier this week, which seems like a month ago with the Storm. But the Cougars sitting right now with a record of 17-5, 8-0 in the conference play. Games this weekend with Park and then McKendree and Stevens College on the schedule next. The big win over William Woods at their place, I think, was crucial to get that win on the road, because the last couple of years it's come down to the two of you guys battling it out, both in the regular season and then the all-important conference tournament battle. But to win at their place in pretty convincing fashion. Now, you'll still play them again at home, but they're right behind you in the conference standings. I know they had a close battle with, I think it was McKendree.
I think a three-point game last night. A three-point
game, yeah, 66-63 if I remember right, the exact score on that. So they're right behind you still at 8-1, and you're 8-0. You still have the game to make up with Williams Baptist. But let's talk a little bit about this conference. It's kind of spread out a little bit. You got yourself and Woods up top, and several of the teams right in the middle that are hoping to try and make a run.
Well, for the people who really aren't familiar with the American Midwest Conference, we have a regular season. The winner of our regular season, all that does is simply allow you to host your postseason tournament games. The postseason tournament winner is awarded our berth to the national tournament, our automatic bid. So that's how you get the automatic in there. The winner of the conference regular season, though, great plus to be at home and have your games there. The other thing, I believe there are 13 or 14 at-large bids to the national tournament.
Out of 32 total.
Out of 32 teams.
It's not like the NCAA where there's 64. There's only 32.
So very important to be ranked as high as you can at the end of the year, because let's just say the #1 team in the country in the last poll is upset, does not receive an automatic bid, then they get that first at-large bid. Right. So rankings are very important along those lines to you. You know, our conference race, I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen this second time through. That was a really good win for William Woods last night at McKendree. It's just a tough place to play. Sure. Williams Baptist is currently sitting third. And a team that lost to us early, lost to William Woods early, and just really kind of quietly got to win here, got to win there, and doing a very good job. And a team that really returns a lot of good guards from last year's team. She brought in some new kids on the inside and playing very well. And a team that really scares me and I think could end up in that top 3 to 4 when this thing's all said and done is Park, who we play tomorrow. And new coach there, he's done a really good job and some good new players. And a lot of their games, the second swing through, are at their place with their schedule. So I think we're going to see them make some noise as well. Missouri Baptist is a scary team because of how they shoot the three. They're actually the leading three-point shooting team in the country and shoot a lot of them. Very good team. You know, I think Hannibal is a team we go there and play that you really have to be aware of and take care of business on. But, you know, lots of games, you can't look past any one of them. And, you know, I think that's been one of the strengths of this team. I think so far we have not done that. And, you know, it's a long season, and how determined can you be with your task at hand?
And now you guys sit down as a coaching staff, and how does that work between the three of you guys as far as preparing them? Do you look at primarily just the last time you played them, or do you look at maybe that team in some of their other games a little bit as far as film-wise, or you know, like you said earlier, how they, you know, follow the stats that you give them, or the scouting report rather that you
I think, and this is kind of from my own standpoint, you know, I think how you play against a certain team and how they play against you may be very different from what another team is able to do. So we go more by what we see in our game film when we've played them. I think you have to look at stats, though, and you see shooters and you see scorers and you see people that do that. So I think that's a great indicator along those lines. And, you know, if you're a good team, you take people out of their comfort zone. You know, who wants to score, you make them a secondary player. Players who maybe are not their leading scorers, or people that, you know, are in their flow, how they normally go, those are the people you want to try and force the ball to and force shots to. So I think that's something that we try and do. But, you know, a conference race is great fun. And when you get involved in it and you see teams, you know, getting this spot and getting that spot and fighting for road wins and how that all goes. And there's nothing more enjoyable than how a conference race goes. And then if you're fortunate enough to get to that postseason, what a great ride that can be.
Most definitely. And then that tournament, it's such a key to be, especially with the home court advantage that you've had over the years at Southwell Complex. That atmosphere at home when the crowd's really going can be a huge pick-me-up. And just the simple fact that you don't have to hop on a bus and drive somewhere.
You know, I wish I could put my finger on why that is for teams. You know, I think this is a team, especially this year, really needed that home court earlier. They've become much, much better on the road as of late. But the home court was really a kind of a safety net for this group, I think, earlier in the year. And we have shot the ball very well here. And now it's just continuing on with those things. So the home court advantage is huge, and a conference race is great fun. And when it's all said and done, then you get lined up for the postseason tournament and try and give yourself a chance to get to Jackson, Tennessee. And for the people here who have not been to Jackson, it's a town very similar to Columbia, 100,000 people or so. Several schools, several colleges and universities there in Jackson. They do a great job with the tournament. They're a great host of it. So that's something we set as a goal early in the year that we're going to fight to try and get to. And it's within our sights right now, but 8 games to really finish this thing out in the regular season and then get ready for that postseason.
Get ready for that. You can find out all the scheduling information about the Cougars the rest of the way out at ColumbiaCougars.com. And we'll see you out at the Southwell Complex for the rest of these conference games, and then hopefully some tournament games as well as we head off to get a trip down to Tennessee. Thank you, Coach, for your time. Appreciate it.
Hey, we'll worry about Park first, then we'll take care of the rest
Park
of it.
on
Okay?
Saturday, we'll go from that one game at a time. Columbia Cougars Coaches Show, again, on the website, ColumbiaCougars.com, and here on MediaCom Channel 22. Thanks for watching.